WTHC. WTHC. WTHC.
You got to do it on the T. WTHC.
WTHC. WTHC.
Man, our little hold music is got a nice little groove to it.
Does it? You like that? That 30-second countdown?
It's rocking out. What happened to the other one, man? I thought we had another one yesterday.
We do. We had the little one, you mean? The 10-second one?
Yeah.
I felt like we needed a little more time today.
Oh, you can't make it longer. It just goes 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah. It was either 10 or 30.
30 words.
Then,
what's up, Kelly?
The other one, I don't want to infringe on anything with CBG TV because they have all their information on there, so I don't want to be getting in trouble with them. I'm sure
that makes sense.
I'm sure they're okay with it, but I wouldn't do that without their permission. So, how are you?
Well, man, I rolled a nice fat blunt earlier.
Are you a blunt guy? I didn't take you for a blunt guy. I figured you were more of a joint guy.
Joints, blunts, bongs, pipes, whatever, man. It all works.
But
courtesy of our buddy Squatch, man. And when I tell you, it fucking laid me out, man. I was sleeping. I was so tired. I got about an hour and a half nap in. It felt great.
All right.
I feel good now, though.
I don't want people to disappear, so I want to get right down to it with our friend here. We have our friend
Let's do it.
Badger Heart Puppetry here. Badger Heart was my
Badger Heart Puppetry.
Oh my God! Thank God you backed up because that would have been really bad. What I was going to say is that he was my very first sponsor, and I can't thank him enough for that alone. He was the first person to actually say, "Hey, Hippie, I believe in you. Here's some money to help the radio show. Let's go. We're going to build this." So I can't thank him for that enough. And then everything else is, just we've been friends since the day we met. He's a great guy. I am proud to present everybody Thorge of Badger Heart Puppetry. Thorge, welcome.
Yes, sir.
Yay!
Hearts and horns, baby.
Yes,
Hearts and horns, baby.
Hearts and horns. I like that. Yeah.
I have to.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Great,
I have to work on my applause button over here. I haven't got one yet.
That's all right. I'm used to walking into rooms of silence, with a mug like this. A lot of people just stop and stare. They can't believe how handsome I am. They're just like awestruck. It's like, what the fuck? Look at that Jack Black lookalike mother.
I'm sure that's what it is.
So,
good day, Steve. Hi, Kelly. Weedosaurus Rex. Good to see you. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. So, This is the guy when I say Badger Heart Puppetry, Badger Heart Puppetry, Badger Heart Puppetry. This is him. That's Badger Heart Puppetry right there. He's the man, the myth, the legend. Badger Heart, thank you so very much for everything. Like I was saying before you came up, I owe most of this to you, man. You've been my sponsor since the very beginning. And I can't thank you enough.
You're a rock star, brother. You're a rock star. I've enjoyed every time I've been able to come up, starting way back on the stuff, way back in the old days. You and I running around on there doing silly puppet stuff and just growing up. And sometimes I miss them. Sometimes I'm glad I'm not there anymore. I miss a lot of the people from there. A lot of good friends. I still stay in contact with like you and a couple other guys that I really get along with. I still stay in contact with those guys. I have some customers from there that are still contacting me. Jerry,
have they been?
He still contacts me. And...
I'm bringing up a sore subject.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's all taken care of, man. It's all taken care of. It's all good. It's taken care of. Everything's good now. We're no hard feelings after everything was said and done. So
that's great to do. Great news.
Yeah, Hatchet's been buried in freaking. I don't even know if it's still there. It could have, rotted away by now. It's been buried for so long. I don't even care.
I always had a lot of respect for that guy. And I'm glad that worked out because that made me sad when there was issues
Yeah,
there. Anyway,
yeah, and
getting
it was,
away
it
from
was a
that
beautiful
subject.
puppet. It was a beautiful puppet.
Oh,
So
absolutely. It's still probably one of my favorites that I've ever seen from you.
well,
because
thank
of
you.
the extras, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
When he told me what he wanted to have it do, I was like, I can do that. That's not that I can do that. And then I told him how I was going to do it, and he decided that he was going to go a different route instead of shooting sparkles and things like that. He used it for smoke, and that was even cooler. That was way cooler than what I freaking had showed him what I had done. And
yeah.
I was
Well,
like,
it
hey,
was a great build too. It was a great build. Um, anyway, you build puppets, and I know you've been very busy.
I
So
do.
you've just stopped from all of your LARPing and Renaissance Fair kind of stuff. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
Why don't we start with that first? Because I know you don't have any
Okay.
of your LARPing equipment with you, so you can't really show off anything,
No.
right? So,
Right. But with the LARPing, I got started way back in '93 when I was in the military. I was a military police officer. I got called to a park where people were fighting with swords in the woods, and we got there, and it was a group called the SCA, Society of Creating Actinisms. Basically, an actinism is something that's out of time and place, and they're a society who purposely dresses in uh, period garb is what they call it, from the Viking era all the way up to the late 1600s is their time frames. So you'll see everything from Viking hordes looking style stuff, Nordic peoples things, all the way up to like Henry VIII. And beautiful costuming, beautiful garb. The food is amazing at these events. They cook everything on open fires. The women who cook make big, giant pots of stew and bake things that you are just amazed that they use all period thing. They like the meats that they use are period potatoes. They don't use corn. They don't use things that wouldn't have been around at that time in Europe. And it's amazing. I've had haggis made by them that is amazing. Like I was like, okay, yeah. Um, Entrails stuffed with organ meat. Okay, and
Entrails
then I
stuffed
ate
with
it.
organ meat.
Yeah, yes,
I
and
don't
that's what
even know
haggis
what
is.
an entrail is, so I
It's your
don't want to
gut.
go.
It's guts. It's bladders and bellies and intestines that they clean out really well, and then they spice a bunch of organ meats like hearts and livers and things like that, and they spice it, and then they put it inside. They sew it up, and they throw it in this hot water, and they boil it, and then they take it out, and it's amazing. And then
And
they
you've
make
eaten this.
yes, it's delicious.
I
Oh,
gotta
it's so
stop
good.
for a
Oh
second
my gosh,
because
man.
something here is making me crazy. One of us is echoing, and I can hear it. I don't know if it's Torge. Do you have your volume up?
Volume up. I don't know. I don't think so.
Hi,
No.
Kyle. How are
I
you?
can. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, that's much better.
Hello.
No,
Okay.
no, I can still hear it.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
think
It was
I
up
think
quite a bit.
it's no, it was my microphone. This is why I don't turn it up so loud. So
Okay.
it's my can
Okay.
going into my mic.
All right. Well, knock it
Gotcha.
off.
Is it better for you now?
Yes, thank you. I was losing my mind.
All
I'm
right.
like, I can't deal with this. And
Kelly,
everybody
can you
was
hear me
leaving.
just
They were like,
fine?
they can't deal with it either. They were leaving. I was like, no, come back. All right. Anyway,
Come
so
back.
yes, so you ate that crap.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't crap. It was delicious freaking organ meat that was cooked by very, very talented women cooks and chefs, and
Well,
mince pies and pastries. Oh, so good.
I am gonna say that lucky for me, I suffer from I never thought I would say this. Lucky for me, I suffer from the gout and I'm not allowed to eat organ meats.
Is that one thing in
Yeah.
particular they said you could not eat is organ meat?
Yes.
All right.
Livers and all that kind of stuff is high in
Anything.
high in
Lucky
purines,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
eaten
any type of organ
haggis.
meat.
I don't get to eat haggis, thank goodness.
Have you had White Castle?
Yes.
Have you had White Castle?
Liver meat, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, it's liver meat. So
yeah, well, I learned
a lot of people don't know that.
I eat that, and then I get sick. Yes, so now that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, that's.
So I stopped eating it a while ago. I stopped eating it a long time ago because I would get out after eating it. And I said, "Oh, that's obviously a trigger. Red meat."
Yeah, belly bombs.
Little did I know it wasn't red meat. It was, what the hell are you drinking there? Cider?
It's like
it is a combination of lemonade and some
iced tea,
some homemade hooch.
Hooch.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Some lit while you're hanging out with us.
Yeah, might as well. I got nothing else going on.
Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, and I'm drinking it from a mason jar with a handle. Some mason jar with a handle. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so Badge of Heart. So you're a LARPer.
Yes.
When you're at these festivals, are you actually running around and fighting other people, or are you basically focused on your sales and your booth and your tent and you're putting on a performance while you're there? You're obviously playing the part of a salesman of some sorts, right? Like a blacksmith or something to that effect.
Well, so the difference is when I do LARPing, it's different than the Renaissance fairs. The LARPing is a place where I go and actually fight and use my foam weapons and do things like that. And actually, it's a game. The Renaissance fairs, I'm a performer. I am a stage performer, or what they call a lane performer, where I perform in the walking lanes, and I do my puppetry stuff. This year at the St. Louis Renaissance Fair, I was in the children's realm, or also known as the Fairy Wing Forest, and I had a puppet stage that I stuck close to, but my booth was right next to it, and luckily my darling wife came along with me most weekends, and she would man the booth for me.
After learning how difficult it was going to be to do it by yourself the first week.
So it's a family affair. I got you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
She was not happy.
Yes. No, she's very happy to help me. Don't be starting that kind of rumor, man. No, she's very happy about it. She actually enjoys going to them.
After working all
this
week,
was the last one.
Yeah, let me get up and go hang out with you in your tights while you're running around in your underwear
with your friends.
She dresses up too. Yeah,
I'll man the booth for you. Yeah.
I wasn't okay. So I don't dress in like leotards and tights. That's not my clothing. I dress more of a dwarven. Norseman look.
I'm thinking Robin Hood men in tights.
Yeah, no, that is definitely not the way I dress. That is some people do. Some people do.
That's what I'm picturing.
And it also depends. Well, you've seen pictures of what I look like at Renaissance Fair, you knucklehead.
This is all for
it's all wishful thinking. You just want to see me in my cod piece. That's all it is.
He wants to see your imprint. He's been talking about it for a week now.
Baby, I want to see you.
Oh man. You're a riot. You're a riot.
So now you're at the see, Kyle wants to try LARPing. I mean, first off, everybody, do you know what LARPing is? It's called LARPing, live action role playing. Okay, I learned this.
Yes.
Back in the.
I had no clue what that meant. Actually, I thought it was something sexual when he was like, he also makes LARPing items. I was like, oh,
that was just.
I wonder what that means. I never took the time to look it up. But we used to have a Renaissance fair in Memphis. And they used to gather at the Overton Park Square, and that's where they would, or was it Audubon Park? It was one of the parks, and they would gather there, and I mean, they'd be there every Saturday, and then they would have big events, I guess, once or twice a year, because it'd be full. But I didn't know that's what it was called, LARPing. So that's interesting.
Have you ever watched?
Well, there is a difference. There is a difference.
Okay, go ahead.
There's a difference between LARPing and the Renaissance fairs. Now, LARPers usually love going to Renaissance fairs because that's where they will be buying a lot of their clothing and what they call either their kit or their garb. They'll go there because there's a lot more vendors and things like that at the Renaissance fairs. Now, the actual LARPing event, that is where people go to put their weapons and their skills to task to see if they're good swordsmen or mages or whatever they like. We have people that use bow and arrows with big, huge, puffy balls on the end of them of the arrows, and we have archers.
I was gonna say, Hippie got an addition.
Yes,
I got big, huge, puffy balls now too.
Oh my God! Wow, I could have gone a really long time without seeing or knowing that.
Well,
oh my God!
About huge puffy balls, and I
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, I can break out the turtle head. Sheldon would be happy to compare size.
All right, hold on a second, guys. I got to try to figure this out. We got to run a commercial, so we'll be right back after this commercial break. You guys are the best. We're hanging with Badger Heart Puppetry, guys. Yes, Julian, it is Badger Heart Puppetry.
Have you ever pondered cannabis beyond the haze? Would you like to know more about this incredible plant? Dive into drhigh.com. Unlock medical wonders, master home-based crafts, and debunk myths. Do you support our mission? Shop Dr. High AI Haze on Etsy for cannabis-themed clothing, mugs, and digital downloads using original AI cannabis art. Hell, we might even have some psychedelic mushroom items there too. We also have 25 books on cannabis and specific medical conditions available at Dr. High on Amazon.com. drhigh.com, cannabis information, education, and advocacy.
Announcing CBGTV's Bud Break book. Get your copy now. Detailed strain reviews. Every purchase supports the ongoing efforts of CBGTV. Available from Amazon and at cbgtv.com or scan the QR code.
Say bye-bye to bottled water. Holistic Health Water has certified medical-grade water ionizers that make 7 types of water, including healthy alkaline. There's a 5-micron filter that lasts up to a year, and each machine lasts 25 to 30 years. Simply attach to your faucet or install under your sink. Even get a mineral spa unit for your shower. Go to ownyourwater.org to get a free ebook. Plus, pay for any machine in full and get an extra filter free. Change your water and change your life. ownyourwater.org.
Discover the natural path to wellness at Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Herbs?
With a passion for holistic health, we are your trusted source for premium herbs and concentrates.
Wait a minute, do they have weed?
Our dedicated team is here to guide you on your wellness journey. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 10, ensuring you have access to what you need when you need it most. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates is located
Their pot
2941 Highway 11, Burnt Church, New Brunswick, Canada. If you need assistance anytime,
I need assistance. I need weed.
Just call 506-871-4299. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Where all the potheads go.
WTHC, we're back. We're hanging with Badger Heart Puppetry. We are in the clouds. Who are you?
Yeah, who's this?
Nobody.
Very cool. This is one of your puppets that you make, obviously.
Yes, this is one of my guys. Recently, I was over at a friend's house and he was playing Spiral the Dragon, and I figured I'd make the Dollar General Wish version of Spiral. So I kind of was inspired by him, so I made a purple and yellow dragon-looking puppet.
I love him.
Yeah, just call me not Spiral. I would be
that would be bad.
What would I be? Yeah,
Whirly.
Something else completely. I guess what's opposite of Spiral? I don't know.
Not Spiral.
Not Spiral. Yes. Yeah, there's like those those movies that are for adults, not the Brady Bunch. not the spiral.
Happy 420 to everybody. We'll be right back.
420.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, I'm a pot smoking hippie. My name's Muck Sticky. Some call me Mervis Thrifty. Come and get high with me. Here, kitty, kitty. I'm feeling kind of frisky. Big fat bag of weed and you can fist me. Kiss me on the pecker. Twist a hootie mac. You can borrow my lighter, but bring it right back. This party is jumping. We're tub thumping. Call me Chumbawamba. Get knocked down, but I get up again. Here, light this up again. And maybe then you and me, we can get so high. Pot smoking. We're gonna get so high. Because we're pot smoking. We're gonna get so high. Because we're pot smoking. I said we're gonna get high. Because we're pot smoking. I said we're pot smoking. Oh, hell, you some bitches want to smell some really good shit? Here you go. Smell this. I love smoking marijuana. It makes me feel fantastic, so I do it when I wanna. Y'all ain't gonna convince me weed is a bad thing, especially since you're so mad, man. And I'm cool, calm, collected, well respected, motivated, driven.
I don't know what you got going on in your lap over there.
With my God-given talent, Sally
Dude got his hands up.
we go. If you roll with Sticky, you're gonna get so high.
Down there,
because we're pot smoking. I said we're getting high.
King Julian says hello to Badger Heart Puppetry.
We're gonna get so high.
Hey, Julian.
Because we're pot smoking.
Been winning any more gold lately?
Right, we're getting high. Because we're pot smoking.
Win that gold, bring it home, brother.
Sunshine, how you feeling? All right, me too. I'm glad to be here. Thankful for my time on this earth. My mom, my sis, and all the people I love. And my animal friends too. And my plant friends too. Let's get high. Wake and bake. Break it down and roll it up. On with my life mission. No slowing up. Muck Sticky blowing up. It's the big time. If you like fun music, you'll dig mine. I came here to help the world feel good. Hit this here. It's some real good. Would you like to party with me and my friends? What you waiting on? Light it up then. Brighten up and tighten up all the loose ends. Fire roll. Fuck yeah, right on, man. We're pot smoking. You know we're pot smoking. We're gonna get so high. Because we're pot smoking. You know we're getting high. I said we're pot smoking. I'm not the greatest rapper. I'm not the greatest singer, but by golly, I'm a real humdinger. Said I'm not the greatest rapper. I'm not the greatest singer, but by golly, I'm a real humdinger. Pot smoking.
WTHD.
Right.
Happy 420 to everybody out there. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out. Hi, Nick from Ohio. Nick, are you voting yes on number 2 on Tuesday? You better be, Nick. You better be, and you better bring everybody in your neighborhood.
Do it.
Vote yes on 2. And then
Yes, on 2.
I heard they were fucking with the other one, the number 1. They started.
Yeah, Usnick was saying something about that this morning.
I saw issues. Yeah, they shut it down. It's not even going to be on the ballot anymore. They're trying to fight that whole abortion thing bullshit again.
Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
bullshit, man. These people are crazy. Anyway, Badger Heart Puppetry. So you make. You're frozen. Oh, there you are. All right. No,
I'm frozen.
Yeah, you froze and then you come back. You freeze, you come back. We've been dealing with it. We didn't tell you before, but it's okay. You look cute.
Okay.
Anyway, so what I wanted to ask you is, you have a plethora of puppets in your life. How
yes, currently
adopting them?
So if you're interested in adopting a puppet of mine, you can hit me up on let's see, email is a good way to do it. At thorgebadgerheart@gmail.com. You can also send me a text message at 636-234-1535. That's also my regular business number. You can call, but texting is the best way. And don't call now because I'm using my phone to do this interview. So if you call me, you'll bounce me out. So don't call now, but 2 hours from now, if you're interested in calling, but texting is best because we can talk more about specifics. Emailing me is great. There is badgerheartpuppetry.com. Right now, the current stock that is shown there is all from just before I started the Renaissance Festival run, which was 6 weeks long. So all the puppets that are there are currently sold. I think maybe 1 or 2 I might still have, but for the most part, most of them are gone. And I have very few puppets in stock currently.
But what we're going to talk about, let's talk about selling some of them. If anybody's interested, you want to show some? Are you interested in selling a couple? If
people are interested, I can show a few. I was just showing this one. That was this guy right here.
Yeah,
he's one of my.
Name him yourself if you're interested, please.
Yeah.
What's this young fella going for?
He's going for 60, and 60. So basically, what I do is I'll have a basic model. Like this guy right here, he's just a basic, what we call a sock puppet, and he starts at $50. So anything that's like this, no arms, no wings, no legs, no frills about him. It's just a puppet that you put on your hand, and he's a small guy. I can't get my big meat mittens inside this guy. He's made for a smaller hand person, like a child or a young lady or a petite man. So not someone as big as I can puppet this guy, but these guys start at $50. This guy right here, he looks kind of like Pac-Man, with a blue bow. He's also $50. Let's see. I have this little individual. I might be able to get this one on. Nope, can't get them on either. He's also for a smaller handed individual. I guess she actually. This is a female. It's got the lipstick.
Nice
Ooh, yeah,
big. Mwah, 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 mwah. So yeah.
So she has no arms, so she's a $50.
That's how I like them.
Well.
Yeah, she's a $50 as well. So the Spyro puppet, he's 60 because he has wings. And I have this green dragon puppet who he has wings and arms and is also a smaller. I can kind of get my hand inside of him, but not real well. But he has arms and wings, so he's $70.
He's a $70.
And then I have, he's $70. This is a larger sock puppet. This guy is $60 because he's so much larger than your typical sock puppet style. More foam, more material. So this is the size difference here.
Oh yeah, look at the size.
You can see the.
Oh yeah.
So and this guy, he
reminds me of a pink Grover.
So
yeah.
Near.
So what's your most
near?
What's your most expensive one that you have there? The most extravagant one that you have?
Most expensive puppet that I've sold recently or have made ever.
Yeah, well, both. Ever sounds good.
Ever was a $600 puppet that I sold to a person in Brazil. And
what did that look like?
He was pretty
that
big.
160. What does a $600 one look like?
He was okay. So over my shoulder, right here. This is this guy right here. This is one that I would sell for about 400. He is a full body, arms, legs, head, and he sits like full length from the top of his hat to the bottom of his feet. He's about 3.5 feet tall.
Oh, kick
so
ass.
And he,
so it's like a little kid.
Yeah, so he's
size.
Yeah, he fills up the whole screen. If I would bring him down and perform with him, he takes like he is bigger. He is as big as I am, like my chest area and stuff like that.
Yeah, wow.
So he's very very large puppet. But I also have puppets that are like this guy, a little guy like this with a little bow tie and everything.
Yeah.
And he's $20. He's just a hand puppet. And then I have what I call $20 for him. And then guys, these are my little sock topper guys. Oh, excuse me. I took a drink of that whiskey. Who is repeating on me? So this guy.
Good Lord, what you have?
They use
haggis.
Yeah,
so those are
exactly.
$10.
This one is $10 because there's a lot more to them. Usually they're $5. This is the last one I had when I finished the Renaissance Festival. I have a couple of more of the little hand puppet guys. I was in the fair realm, so I had a lot of fairy puppets. So a little just good for toddlers and like young 4, 5-year, 6-year-olds, 3-year-olds.
Yeah, sure.
Another thing I've been branching out into have been things like this. My niece makes these. These are what she calls her plague people. They're like plague doctors.
Looks like Spy versus Spy. You remember that from Mad?
Yeah. Yep.
Magazine, I guess.
From Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she makes these.
Undercover.
These are like $60. These are really nice. She's been making these. This one has a bendable tail. The other ones are not. She does not put wire in all of them. They're not puppets. They're just dolls that look really cool. She did a bunch of fairies this year. She did a couple mermaids and a bunch of other little, like I said, instead of calling them plague doctors, because not everybody gets their doctorate, some people go to junior college, is what she said. So I was like, okay. So she made a bunch of different what she called plague people. So I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. So, but she's been making those for about 5 years. My mom's been making these door stops that are really cool. She's got these. They're little dwarf gnome looking style door stops.
Oh, nice.
So
little Viking dwarves.
Are there big rocks in the bottom?
Yeah, little. There's heavy sand and some like pebbles and stuff like that she's put in the bottom of them. She's also made a for the religious types. She's made Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus because we got
and their door
the winter holidays.
Well. Who's interested?
Yeah, these are door stops as well.
Guys go for these are door stops, so you hold your door open.
Yeah.
One of them doors that always closes.
Right. So this is a set goes for $50. The Viking dwarf guys are $30 a piece. So and then like the
Viking dwarf guys very much. I think they're very adorable.
Well, I want to see. I like those a lot too. I want to see one of the more intricate puppets that you have with you, and within arm's reach. I don't want you to like run out into the attic or anything.
Well, they're all behind me. Well, I can grab Nigel. Nigel is my performing puppet.
Is McMurray there or Nigel? Yeah, or
yeah, I got Murray's back there. McMurray's back there, but he takes a bit to get ready.
Right,
Nigel, I can just take out the foam
his butt
and get him ready. So
butt plug came right out. We just saw that right here on TV. You seen
Well,
it first.
X-rated content on Facebook.
Butt plug removal.
Well, not really.
THC radio, yeah. Huh?
What's up, little Mike?
What's up,
Big Mike?
Big silent Mike?
Silent Mike.
Hello, how you doing? Haha, I am Nigel the Magnificent. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Nigel.
Yes.
We've met before. How are you?
Oh, hey, what's going on? Yeah. Oh, we got rid of that kid that you didn't like.
I heard.
What was his name? Bernie. Yeah.
Bernie, that bastard. I'm so glad he's
gone. We got rid of him. We got rid of him a while ago.
He used to fuck with me so bad.
Oh, he was a jerk.
He was.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's gone.
I feel like a third wheel, guys. I don't have a.
Well, there's a guy you're talking to who can help you out with that.
He right? Can send you one. Starting tonight.
Yeah, slide into his DMs and he can he'll hook you up. Yeah,
right. For sure.
And just slide in there. Be sure to use something lubricant. Some Vaseline or Crisco.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, bacon grease is his favorite.
Nigel.
Yeah,
Nigel,
that way when it starts getting warm, it all smells real good.
Nigel, calm down.
Yeah, what's up?
Calm down. All
okay.
Right. So listen, those puppets that you've been now, Nigel's not for sale. Nigel's one of yours.
No, Nigel is one of my performing. Yeah.
Oh, there's another one of our puppet friends. Do you know Buzz and Scrubs?
Yeah.
Bring him on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Buzz, are you prepared to come on? I would love to bring Buzz up. I haven't seen Buzz and Scrubs in a while. So those ones are those are the ones you personally use, but you do make them. The ones that you were showing us earlier are ones that you just had on hand that you were selling conveniently at your booth, correct? You do make
those are.
You do make to order. So if you have something in mind, he ain't going to go and make you an Elmo, but he'll make you an Elmo-like lookalike.
So, but this one is definitely a lot more intricate than the other ones you were showing. So, like, how long does it take you to make, like, Nigel? How long did it take to make Nigel?
Well, Nigel's actually about 7 years old now and was one of the first puppets of this style I was trying to make, and he took me about 4 months to get everything done and the way that I wanted it done. There was a lot of reworking him, rebuilding a lot of material. I went through a lot of foam because I wasn't real sure on what I was doing, and I was watching a lot of YouTube videos and things like that because I had made puppets. Like, I started puppeteering when I was 8 years old, and I seen the Dark Crystal in theaters, and I fell in love with it. But I made sock puppets literally out of my dad's old freaking tube socks and sewed buttons on them and sewed, like, my mom had a hot glue gun. She would let me put, felt red tongues in their mouths and stuff like that.
Don't talk about sock puppets, bro. Those are some of my best friends.
Hey, so like, how long would it take you now that it's been years? How long would you be able to put one like that together?
I can put something like this together in a little under a month.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Me?
Hippie. No, I was saying Hippie. Lee Hacker is saying there's no audio.
I don't know why. He's crazy.
Crazy.
Okay.
I hear everybody. Everything seems to be working over here.
I'm going to double check it.
Yeah, double check everything.
Lee Hacker always has an issue.
I can hear it on the radio.
Sign out and sign back in. Maybe he needs to sign out and sign back in. Lee Hacker.
I think so.
That's our wonderful DJ, everybody. 4 a.m. to 4 a.m. to 8 a.m.
So it would take you a month to put something like Nigel together.
And accept the invite.
For me to do it.
Come on up here and dance with us and hang out. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
To do a good job, to get to where it'd be something I'd be proud to send to somebody, it would take definitely about a month to get everything done. My guy back here over my shoulder, over here, over Nigel's shoulder, that is Little Smoke. Little Smoke took me about 3 months because he actually is a replica of a real person who is in a Renaissance band called Totally Lost. and I did their lead singer. His name is Smokey Sales, and I made a Little Smoke version. And it took me 3 weeks to figure out why his eyes weren't looking right, and it's because Smoke, the actual person, was in an accident, and his eyebrows are different shapes because one has a star in it. And I could not understand why I was cutting two perfectly same shaped freaking eyebrows, putting them on this puppet, and looking at the guy and looking at my puppet and going, that looks nothing like him anymore. Like, the nose is good, the eye position is good, the mouth is fine, his goatee and his mustache are fine. What is wrong when I put eyebrows on this guy? Why does it look so bad? And then I sat there and looked at this guy's photo and studied it from different angles, different things, and different facial expressions, and realized that eyebrow is nothing like that eyebrow. This eyebrow is longer and narrow. This one's shorter and fatter. That's so screwed up. And so once I did that and took a photo and sent it to him, and he was like, "It's on you. You even got my eyebrows right." I'm like, "Fudge you! Your eyebrows screwed with me for a freaking almost a full month, man." Wow. So I take a lot of pride in work.
All right.
I do have one more question, if you don't mind.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm going to do commercials. Badger Heart, I'm going to ask you to jump out and jump back in because you're really glitchy, and we're having a very hard time hearing you. That's okay.
Okay.
Patrick, can you hear us now, buddy? I want to make sure everybody can hear us. And Scrubs, in this messenger, Buzz and Scrubs messenger, I sent you a message. You just click on that link and then it'll bring you in. Just be prepared to come up when you click on it. Badger Heart, jump out. We'll be right back. You're hanging with the Hippie and Envy in the clouds. We have our friend Badger Heart Puppetry with us hanging tonight, and we'll be right back after this commercial break as soon as I can find the damn thing. There it is. Badger. If you need some kick-ass puppets, contact Forge at 1-636-234-1535. He has all your puppet needs. He can fix puppets, build puppets, custom-made puppets. He has puppets off the rack for cheap prices. Contact Forge today at 1-636-234-1535 or on TikTok or Facebook at Badger Heart Puppetry. He also makes LARPing items too.
WTHC Radio presents The Overnight Session with DJ Bodylocks from midnight till 4 a.m. Hacking Lungs with Da Hacker from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Wake and Bake with Becca Beats from 8 a.m. until noon. The Cannabis Chronicles with The Hippie and Dr. High from noon until 2 p.m. Afternoon Buzz with The Hippie from 2 p.m. until 8 p.m. In the Clouds with The Hippie and NV from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. The Overcast with NV from 10 p.m. until midnight. WTHC Digital Broadcasting, made by stoners for stoners.
Are you in the Ellensville or Middletown, New York area? Revamp your space with Collins Paints Ltd. Ugly walls? Let Collins Paints Ltd. add a splash of color to your world. Collins Painting is a veteran-owned and operated business. They can transform your space to whatever your heart desires. Say goodbye to the boring beige and hello to possibilities of bright and vibrant colors. The Collins Painting team are a group of skilled professional painters who will turn your vision into reality. Call Collins Paint Ltd. today to get a fast and easy quote. Available Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call them at 845-869-8176.
Hey, Mrs. Hippie, why don't we take a ride to Dauphin, PA today?
Dauphin? What's in Dauphin?
Bella's Badass Crystals.
Oh, but I thought you hang out with them on Facebook and on TikTok.
That's only on Mondays, Tuesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Today I want to go there and pick up all my great finds.
That sounds like a great road trip. That's Bella's Badass Crystals on TikTok and Facebook, but you can also find them on the top of the mountain in Dauphin, PA.
They are badass.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you looking to have some crocheted made by hand stuff like your Grammy used to do for you? Then you need to check out You Have Me Hooked 23 on Etsy and TikTok. Vern can do what you need. She crochets hats, she crochets animals, everything, anything you may need. She also makes vinyl stickers, banners for your business. Anything that you might want that she can do, she can definitely do it for you. Want an I Hate My Ex sticker? She's got you covered. Anything, and I mean anything that you may need. She has cheap and reasonable prices. Check her out. You Have Me Hooked 23 on Etsy and TikTok.
Yeah, back, and Badger Heart is back too. Welcome back, everybody. You're hanging in the clouds with Da.Hippie and Envy, and our friend Badger Heart and Nigel. Nigel, how are you, buddy?
You seem to have a much clearer connection now too. So
yeah,
so
nice. Pretty good.
I can see you. I can hear you. Don't touch nothing no more.
Okay, don't touch anything. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Hippie,
right.
You're looking good up there, bud.
Thank you, sir. It is good to see you. I've missed you, and I'm like I said, please, I will send it again right now, bros. We're gonna bring our friend Buzz. You know Buzz, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
So Thorge, you created Hippie, right?
No,
I did not.
No, Hippie,
okay.
No.
Hippie is was store bought, I guess. I was originally a Jesus puppet, and I said I'm not into that Jesus shit.
Put a Rastaman hat on him.
Cut off the little purple band that it had going across this. This was all a pure white robe. And I went and I tie-dyed it. And I said, I'm not into that. I'm going to be a cult leader, but it ain't going to be in a church.
Kick ass.
I'm going to have
more like Charles Manson than.
Right. More like Charlie Manson kind of cult. And, right. So anyway, let me send an invite to you ask Badger Heart while I send another invite to our friend.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man. So, like, what's the one that's taken you the longest to make? Like, other than Nigel, I know he was like one of your first ones when you first started. So,
right,
like after that.
Recently, in the commercial, you could see it too. I did a tree frog, and I had to do. That was a completely brand new pattern. Had to look at different things on a frog, try to figure out the shapes and things like that, how I was going to make something flat into something three-dimensional. So I had to figure out the way the shapes and things were going to work together. So I did a lot. I have a big roll of manila paper. It's like 4 foot tall and hundreds of feet long. And I got it for free from a friend of mine who was like, hey, I got this paper that we got for our kids and they don't draw it anymore because they're in their they're preteens now. We got it when they were kids and we only used about half of it. I was like, I'll take it. Sure.
Very similar to that. I might be able
like
to
pattern paper basically.
Yeah.
So Scrubs, I sent it to you, buddy. So if you got it, just click on that little link there and you should come in. All right. So all right, cut. I didn't mean to cut.
No, you're good. You're good, man. So I did a lot of work on
your beard
that.
Shorter.
Thank you.
You're clearer, and your beard looks shorter. Your hair looks nice. You're coming in nice and clear right now. Yeah, I'm loving it. Fine.
So I did a lot of pattern making and trial and error stuff before I got something that I liked the way it looked. And then I had to take that and basically use duct tape and masking tape to tape it all together to get an idea what it was going to look like. And that process took me probably at least 2 months just doing that.
Wow.
And then when you go from the paper to the foam, that's a change as well, because now you're working with something that has depth. And I was using the 1/2 inch and the 1 inch foam, trying to figure out which foam would work best for it, because it was going to be such a large puppet. And then I had to decide, what size the arms and the hands were going to be, the feet were going to be, to give it the proper look, because they have huge freaking stickery freaking suction cuppy fingers at the end, and trying to figure that out and compensate the size of the frog body for the frog's arm and legs, and just getting all that together, and then trying to figure out how to do the eyes, getting the eyes right was a hassle. It was well out of my wheelhouse of puppet building because I build humanoid things, or I build humanoid things and add animal features to that. I don't actually build. I hadn't up to that point built something that looked more animalistic like that frog does. It probably took me about 5 months to get that thing done properly. And I kind of knew what I was getting into. And it was definitely a passion project because I really wanted to get it done. I really, really wanted it to look good for the customer, and rebuilding parts of it and things like that, is part of what you have to do when you're working with brand new, patterns and things you haven't built before. So,
right.
I enjoyed all of it.
How long have you been doing this? How long have you been doing it? Like total?
I like first getting into puppeteering, or like seriously, seriously,
yeah. Not socks, but like real deal.
I would probably say 8 to 9 years now.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Julie, how are you? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I want to stop you guys for a second and introduce our friend Buzz. Buzz, how are you? Can we hear you?
I think so. Can you hear me? Ow!
Yeah, I hear you. You're a little low compared to normal. Usually you're much louder, but
now I really don't feel like an outsider at all, guys.
Go get a sock and put it on your hand, buddy. Go get a sock.
Give me a sock, man.
We'll get you a puppet, man. We'll get you one. Come on.
Give me a sock and a Sharpie. I can make it work.
Well, this is Buzz, Julian. This is Buzz. Scrubs is the red fella. Buzz is the blue one. Buzz and Scrubs are also, they make puppets as well. I don't know if you knew that, Badger Heart. Did you know that?
I did not. No, I did not know that.
Yeah, they dabble in puppets. Is Buzz a homemade puppet as well?
No. No, Buzz is just a puppet production. He's from puppet production. It's just backwards.
You're backwards. Yeah. You're on the opposite side than you normally are. You're all fucked up, aren't you?
I'm all fucked up.
Because you're usually on the other side.
I'm trying to get fucked up.
All right.
Well, if you ever do any TV work, this is how the monitor works because everything's backwards from what you do. Like right now, if I put up something, you would read it backwards. So if I put up my Badger Heart puppetry sign, it would be backwards. So if you want the puppet to look left, you have to look right. So it's like I have to remember to go, to talk to me. Yeah.
Everybody else
so you have to learn to write backwards.
Right. Everything is fucked up.
If you're going to be doing writing,
Buzz, buddy, I love you and I miss you so much. I'm having like a family reunion over here, Envy. This is like bringing back memories of the old days. Me, Badger Heart, and Buzz and Scrubs, and of course we had to have King Julian in the crowd, or it wasn't a day without King Julian here with us hanging out,
bringing home the gold. Yeah,
gold champion. Yeah. Julian, me and Envy will definitely have you on. We'll have an interview with you about your gold championships, absolutely, in the near future. Okay, buddy? Buzz, how you been, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I miss you too, bro. I want you to come on my TikTok next Wednesday, if you can. Ow!
What do you got going on Wednesday? I hadn't heard about it.
The same old bullshit.
I know. It's very hard for me to get over there. But now things have starting to clear up over here on WTHC. I got some new DJs and I've gotten some time to myself finally. So I got to do some catching up on some paperwork and stuff like that. But in the very near future, stop playing with yourself over there, Nigel.
What?
It looked like you were playing with yourself.
I go live.
No, I'm DJing. I'm scratching the record.
Yeah, every Wednesday and Thursday. I know. I get your messages, and I'm like, oh, I miss him so. I want to go over there. I want to go over and hang out.
Oh, woe is me. To be on TikTok again. Oh, whoa.
No, I don't miss TikTok. That's the thing too. I don't want to give them my info.
I prefer Grinder. I mean Tinder. No.
Clapper.
Clapper.
Slapper. Boom. Oh. Sorry.
I go to Clapper once in a while. I've been trying out the Stoner Talk. They're still having some glitches, but everybody should be downloading Stoner Talk because we got to build that shit up because we can get away with stuff over there. Yeah, but TikTok wants my license to buy coins. They want my license to give gifts to people. They want my license. I'm like, I'm not giving you my license.
What, on TikTok?
Yeah, everything.
Oh, your driver's license. Yeah.
I'll never send that shit over to them.
Yeah, right. I refuse.
Anyway.
So I don't even go on there. I go into the crowd and I don't even send gifts. I'm like, I love you, but I'm not putting my license. I'm not even putting my license in for them. No, screw that shit. Anyway, Badger Heart, I'm so glad to have you here. So any of those puppets that you've been showing, except for Nigel there, and anything behind you is not for sale, but all those other ones are available if anybody's interested.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hit him up, or you can claim one right now. If you're in the chat and you're interested in one, say, hey, I really like that two-faced looking one, or the one with the wings, or the one, Nigel, I'll see you later, buddy. All right, peace.
Right, everybody buy a puppet from Badger Heart Puppetry. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, come on. Definitely.
Yeah.
Help me keep the lights on in the puppet shop. Come on, guys.
Absolutely. Small business.
Yeah.
Badger Heart has been a buddy of mine since the very beginning, man. I met him. Yeah, so you asked Envy, you asked if I was a Badger Heart. No, I was Jesus, and I've changed. And so now here, but Badger Heart and we're talking about him building a puppet for me in the very.
It is.
He had to get through his busy season, so I'm sure he'll be getting ready to start working on me, a new me in the near future. And I'm nervous because everybody knows me as me, and now I'm like, should I really even change me to a new me?
I would suggest bringing him in as like, a long lost brother or the freaking, the cousin from another.
Kind of like how they did with Blue's Clues. They got rid of Steve and they brought in Joe.
Yeah.
Fuck Joe.
Yeah. Dude, he's married to the chick from the Big Comfy Couch though, man. She's a hottie.
Really? Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know Steve Burns, everyone thought he died from a heroin overdose, but really he just went and made an album with the Flaming Lips, which I thought was badass. I loved it.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Flaming Lips.
Oh yeah.
Steve is the singer for the Flaming Lips.
Oh no.
No, he's not the singer. He's an artist. He plays guitar, he sings. I think he also plays drums. But he was a musician long before he started doing the stuff with Blue's Clues.
He just started going bald.
Whatever gig you get, and they were like, "Hey, you interested in being blue, or blue, or whatever he is,
right?
Whatever."
Yeah. So, but yeah, the new guy Joe, he's married to the chick from Big Comfy Couch, and they actually met at the PBS studios.
Now wait a second.
And that's how they actually met.
I am a big Comfy Couch aficionado. I watch that shit every day, still to this day. I want to know. There's two different Mollys. Was it the first Molly or the last Molly?
I believe it was the first one.
Because there's a Molly who came in the last season, and she was a totally different chick.
No, I think it's the original.
She grew up.
I'm pretty sure she's the original.
You know what I mean?
She's very, very cute, very bubbly, very attractive. I thought she was super hot with the big red nose and the freckles and the freaking whacked out ponytails. And then I saw her out of makeup. I was like, okay, count me in.
I've never seen her out of makeup. Even better, huh?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was like, I'll get on that comfy couch with you, girl. I got dad bod. You can use me as a comfy couch. I'm sure.
I am your new comfy couch. Yes.
I was all about the hearts and horns. It was all hearts and horny. That's what it was, baby.
Julian, what did you go out as for Halloween, sir? I did not get a chance to see your costume this year. No, I don't want to see it right now. I'm in the middle of a show, but I would love to see it very soon. Yes, thank you. She's reading my mind.
I'll have to show you. I'll have to send you a picture of what I went. I went as a hunchback.
Oh, I saw your picture. I saw it.
Oh, did you?
I think I stole it. I might have stole it. I went to your website today or to your page today and stole some photos, but then I was unable to make a video, so I said, fuck it. I turned one of them into the opening picture when we come in here. Everybody sees it. Badger Heart Puppetry. It's like all your little puppets on the table.
Okay, yeah.
And so they see that, and that's how Buzz found us. He was going through, and all of a sudden he saw that. And he was like, that looks like a Badger Heart Puppetry table.
It was.
Badger Heart Puppetry.
Woo, woo. Hi, Grethel Taylor Whitehurst. How are you?
He makes LARPing items too.
He makes LARPing items too.
LARPing items too.
I'm
never
what does
getting
this
rid of it.
mean?
I mean, if you want a new commercial, I'll make a new commercial, but I will always have that one in my heart. It's the first one I ever made. And
that
it was
was
like no edit, no cuts. It was straight out, boom.
Oh yeah, it was perfect first cut, man. I was like, I'm watching all the puppet stuff. I'm listening to the commercial, and all of a sudden at the very end, and he makes LARPing items too. And I'm like, I was like, that was so sexual. Why was that so sexual? I'm like,
that's why I thought it was.
Yeah, it was all like suddenly it's like puppets, sexy dripping voice. I'm going to talk about LARP items. Like what?
He makes LARPing items too. He also makes LARPing items.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
well, I wanted to mention it, but I didn't know how to go from Badger Heart Puppetry, Badger. And I was like, and there was no cuts. I just went, and I was like, at the very end, it was like I was trying to keep it in a time limit as well.
Yep.
Oh, that's Mrs. Buzz.
The funny part is that I had to look up what a LARPing item was.
A lot of people
have. A lot of people have.
Either, man.
Turtle Power!
That's so funny, man.
As Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles, one of my favorite movies when I was younger. That's Mrs. Buzz. I didn't know that. Grethel Taylor Whitehurst. I'm not going to say that again. I'll just call her Mrs. Trees.
So like I said, I just got done doing my fall run of Renaissance fairs for the St. Louis Renaissance Festival. Next Renaissance Festival I'll be doing will be in the spring. Another one here in Missouri. I do 4 different Renaissance festivals in Missouri. I do the Central Missouri Renaissance Festival. I do the White Hart Renaissance Fair. And I do the St. Louis Renaissance Festival in the fall, and the Bluffwood Renaissance Fair in St. Joseph's, Missouri, that's near Kansas City. So,
how long do each one of those last?
So the biggest one I do is the St. Louis one, and that's 6 weekends. It runs from September through October. And then all the other ones are smaller.
It's not just like a go in for a Saturday and be done. It's like
it's both Saturday and Sunday.
Ordeal,
yeah. It's Saturday and Sunday. I go in the week before the show starts, and I set up my booth and I set up my stage and I get everything set up, and that way I can, if I choose to, like over the night, Saturday and Sunday, I can leave stuff there from Saturday until Sunday, and then just take my goods home with me on Sunday and bring them back the following Saturday. So, and it makes it a lot easier than tearing down and putting up every weekend.
Yeah, well, I used to be a flea marketer, so I know what you're talking about, because you have to tear down, set up, set up every freaking time.
Yeah. So, the let's see.
Hi, Haley.
Bluffwood. And so Bluffwood is 1 weekend. It's a 1 weekend in March, I believe it is. Then I have another. It's like, so it's kind of weird the way it runs, because they run back to back, but there's usually like a weekend break in between each one of them. So it's like the first one is 1 weekend, the second one is 2 weekends, and the third one is 3 weekends. And then there's a couple of Founders Days and like the hometown I grew up in, they have their what they call Miller Landings Day, which is like a Founders Day festival, and then there's another place that has their was it Spring Swing or Swing Spring or something like that festival. That they have a bunch of crafters and artisans bring in like craft beer and cheeses and food, and here I am with puppets. So I'm in the middle of all these people that are selling like homemade soaps and and beard bombs and beer and
burly men walking around and
right,
you and your
which is great because when big burly men get drunk, they buy puppets for their kids because they're like they look at them and they think Sesame Street and freaking the Muppet Show, and they get nostalgic about it, and they're drunk, so they're like, oh, this one looks like Kermit, and this one looks kind of like Gonzo, and this, that, the other. And then they're like, oh, you know who'd love this? Little Billy at home that's staying home with the hot freaking babysitter. I should get one for him. And damn good and well he's actually getting them for himself, because he buys one of the largest puppets I have.
Entertain little Billy at home. Later.
Right. Yeah. So
puppets. There's nothing wrong with playing with puppets, I'll tell you.
No, not at all. I'm a 50-year-old man, and I still play with them.
Right. I love them. Mrs. Hippie's here, driving me crazy.
Hello, Mrs. Hippie.
Hi, Mrs. Hippie.
We have a big Renaissance festival in Waxahachie, Texas, called Scarborough Fair. Big Renaissance thing.
Yeah, Scarborough Fair. Yeah, Scarborough is huge. It's a really big fair.
Yeah.
There's one down in Texas, West Texas Renaissance Festival. That happens. It's 3 weeks, 3 weekends, and a friend of mine who makes what are known as shoulder puppets, where you slip your arms into them and you puppeteer like this, and you wear fake arms underneath your armpits. She was hired to do that, the big one in Texas, and then one in Tennessee and one in Kentucky, and she was a headliner. The one in I think the one in Kentucky, she was a headliner, and she said it was the experience was worth going, but the people didn't really tip very well. So, and she's a stage performer, so she was like, okay, this is how I make my living, people. This is what I do for a job. If you enjoyed what you've seen, please show me through tips and trinkets or whatever. I don't care. Just throw something in my tip jar. And she got to where she had to say a whole little thing each time she performed because people were just getting up and walking away from the show after. They'd be like, oh, okay, let's go see something else now. And it's like, there's a reason why there's a tip jar up there, people. If you enjoyed it, please go tip. Yes, some places we get paid to perform. I never get paid to perform anywhere. I get paid through tips and through thank yous and the smiles that I see in little kids' faces, and making grown people, making a grown man so angry at your puppet that you can tell he wants to punch the puppet but knows it's a puppet. There's something about that that's just fun, so heartwarming.
Much fun.
Yes. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I made a huge full body puppet that was a hunchback. I wore it the last weekend. I wore it both days, and they told me, just stand there and don't move. Just let them come up to you, and like right when they start to walk past you, tell them welcome to the Renaissance Fair. Tell them welcome to Petit Leon, which is the name of the Renaissance Fair. And I'm like, okay. I had a girl, probably 16, 17 years old, screamed so loud and then grabbed her crotch because she actually peed and had to go back home to change clothes. And I was just like, that was not what I expected. Yes, I was just, very much success. But I'm just standing there, and I got this big costume on. You can't see me.
I just looked at my pictures. Unfortunately, I did not grab that one. I don't have it. I have your table, but I don't have that one.
Gotcha. But yeah, so I was just standing there, and like 5 or 6 people walk by, I don't move. 2, 3, 4 people go by, I don't move. A small crowd of people just talking amongst themselves, and I will, be like, just turn the head and be like, "Hey, have a good day," and they'll just lose their crap. It's amazing. It's so much fun. It's like, you guys,
I love that. I love seeing those guys who pretend to be like a plant. You know what I mean? You see those
yeah,
guys on like
Instagram.
yes.
I
love that shit, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I can change out my. I don't know if I can change out my camera for a picture.
I wouldn't attempt. I wouldn't attempt.
Okay, I'm not going to attempt it. I'm not going to attempt it.
If you want to see his costume, go to badgerheartpuppetry.com. Jesus, that was tough.
Or you can, I guess they would have to go to my TikTok or to my Facebook under Badger Heart Puppetry on Facebook. Because I'm not going to give my government name out because I don't like people using my government name.
Right.
So.
And also, Buzz is a puppet who performs every Wednesday and Thursday, all day pretty much, every Wednesday and Thursday over on TikTok. And he is
2 to 5 o'clock.
2 to 5. Is that what you do? That's it?
Yep. That's what I'm doing now. 2 p.m. Central till 5 o'clock. Wednesday and Thursday.
Wow.
He has a pretty bad party over there, badass meeting, badass party over there. I unfortunately haven't been able to get there, but that's great hours because those seem to be my hours off now. So that might work out for us.
Heck yeah.
Buddy. Yeah, that might work out.
I hope so, bro.
Send me your ID so I can send it in to them and say that
okay,
I'm you.
Yeah. No problem.
And then we'll figure that out from there. So you're not on TikTok very much anymore, Badger Heart?
No, I really haven't had a lot of time with everything that's been going on in real life. I've been trying to get a lot of side hustle stuff done because
you said this was your busy season, that you were going to be very with the fairs and all that.
Yeah.
So what does your winter look like? Do you have a lot of orders already, pre-orders in?
I do. I have so I took around 400 cards with me to the fair, and I think I have like 120 cards left. And I've branched out into doing birthday parties for adults and children, and I've been doing things with
practicing your comedy when you say adults. Is that what you mean? Like you're doing it for like a comedy scheme for adults?
No, I'm actually doing puppet shows for birthdays for adults and for kids. So
right, I get the whole kid thing, but when you're doing it for adults, is it adult content?
Yeah, it's adult content.
Is it McMurray who's doing a lot of those ones?
McMurray, I'll take
to be the mouthy one.
He can be mouthy, but Nigel can say things and do it from a perspective of like an innocent little kid, and make jokes and be like, I don't understand this joke, but this is the joke, and then people will be like, oh my gosh, it's like why did the
performing like that? How do you handle that? Are you doing well with it? Are you nervous? Because that's part of the reason why I do puppeting myself. I mean, I've broken out of it a little bit. I show my face more and more every day. But, part of my puppeting was because of my anxiety and my panic attacks. I want to be funny, and I have a tendency to every once in a while tell a funny joke. But I wanted to be able to hide behind the puppet.
So a lot of I've never been afraid to be in front of people doing things.
I would hope not. You wear tights and run around in your underwear.
Right. Exactly. So I've never had that kind of issue with being on stage and things like that. The problem I have is learning lines and learning like long bits of dialogue. So a lot of the stuff I do is more free flow and improvised, and I do a lot of one-on-one and interact with people and get to know them or ask them questions. And I have a few.
When you go to these
things.
adult birthday parties, it's more of you interact with the crowd. Now, are you hidden behind a curtain, or are you right there and Nigel sitting on your lap?
Yeah, Nigel's.
I'm working on your ventriloquism at all, or are you?
I've not been working hard at it because I typically will take and place Nigel in front of me when I'm doing my stuff. So I don't ever make me the center of attention. I'm always putting my puppets in front of my face, rotating them back and forth, getting his head to look back and forth at people, trying to make eye contact with the puppet, with the people who are looking at me.
Right, and hide yourself behind the puppet while doing
right.
it.
And then when I change from his voice to my voice, I will pull him to the side and talk to him. And
I find that very hard. I know a lot of our puppet friends who can do that and be able to have a conversation. I can never really have a conversation with myself. I don't know how to do it. You guys,
it's not. I mean, for me, it's just one of those things.
How do you feel about that, Buzz? What do you think?
It's really hard. Yeah, I can't. I try to do it. I've been practicing it, but yeah, it's hard as hell.
It's very hard for me to turn and talk to myself and try to have a conversation with the puppet. First off, I don't have a different voice. I kind of use my own voice, so I would have to change.
That's the thing. That's the thing you gotta do. You gotta use a different voice. That way, when you're using your own voice and you go back to the puppet's voice, it's a lot different. And it's different because then you can get a different personality and be like, yes, I like computer games and I'm a bit nerdy. And he's just nerdy because he's got his hand in a puppet's head. Yeah. Because 90% of all puppets are knuckleheads. The other 10% are gearheads because they like cars.
Don't tell people. I have a reputation. I have a reputation to uphold over here. You tell people I'm a knucklehead.
Well, it's true. I mean,
all right, Hippie, I gotta go tonight. Okay, I gotta go get ready for work tomorrow.
All right, buddy.
I appreciate y'all. Love everybody.
Bye, Buzz.
Peace, man.
See ya. Thanks for
y'all.
stopping in.
All right, love y'all, man.
All right, I'll see you this Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday.
All right,
Next week.
all right. Yeah, I'll be your host. Let's do the radio show or something.
Ow. Well, no, I'm not on the air, but maybe we can go over to Clapper and hang out and do some porn or something.
Yeah. Heck yeah, we get
No, you're not doing porn. Oh, come on. I can do stuff. I'm always horny. See? I got horny.
Puppet porn, yes. Buzz, I love you, buddy.
Puppet
I love
porn.
him and I fucking love him. He's such a great guy. And what a fucking dancer, man. That guy can dance. You can see him going. All right. Anyway, back to you, Badger Heart. So
yes,
we were on to, where were we? We just left off with you in tights, right?
Right. Well, you're talking about being on stage and things like that.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm a person who likes to talk a lot, and
I've noticed.
So me being able to do my stick and do my little 3-minute, 4-minute little, performance, and then move on to something else, and usually, telling knock jokes with the kids or telling, dirty Dungeons and Dragons jokes with the adult nerds, and then going into like Star Wars stuff. And,
right. Now, let me stop you for a second. Where are you doing? I mean, I guess birthday parties is your clientele adult nerds? Is that what you're saying? Like, how many? I don't know how long you've been doing this. How long have you been doing the birthday party thing? It's newer.
So I started letting people know that I want to do birthday parties. The beginning of this year, so like January, February of this year,
almost a year, 10 months,
almost yeah. So I have only been contacted by one daycare, and I've done a daycare show, which was a lot of fun, and I had a great time, and the kids were amazing. And I've been contacted, and people have like asked about it, but never pulled the trigger on actually booking me. So I'm looking forward to my first gig as a birthday party entertainer.
I gotta interrupt you because, oh my God, it's almost 4:20. We gotta get high, bro.
It is
funny to everybody out there. We'll be right back after this. We're gonna run commercials too. So,
right on.
This is our man Steve Watch with Ms. Mary. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Not another one, man. You're never gonna be able to shit.
It's the same one, man. I've only had one.
Oh, 2 come in the pack?
No. Only one comes in a pack. I didn't open it before. I just now opened it.
All that grain.
It's fiber, man. Fiber makes you go.
Right. Oh, right. Man, you're gonna be shitting yourself if you eat those fuckers.
It's a possibility.
I want to thank everybody that's been hanging out and chilling with us. If you're new, please go over. Yeah, that would be a good option. Badger Heart, our friends mentioned you look into doing old folk home.
Do what?
I said you should do old folks home.
Yeah, you should look into doing old folks home.
That would be fun.
Love that.
Yeah, old folks love that shit, man.
I'm popping Captain back, listening to the guitar.
To hide. They can't see you.
Of them lines of the coloring books inside my head. Beyond the shadow.
When you're ready, just give me a thumbs up.
I can't remember what the fuck I said. But in the middle between the lines, smoke it rises to the top. I can't breathe, my brain is fried. I guess I'll cough till I stop. You've been hazing a mental days down by the swamp where I was raised. I'm popping caps in the back, listening to the guitar. Lady, yeah, the shade of blues unknown by a few. It rings inside of my head like they always do. Your life is filled, reality's cute. Everything still comes in twos, while everything will fall on
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ms.
Such
Mary.
cool Alice in Chains vibes, man.
Oh, I love it. I fucking
God, I love that.
I sent everything over to the other. Do you need me to send all of his? Do you need me to send all of his stuff over to you, or did he send it to you? Because I have all.
Just send it to me so I can put a star by it, if you don't mind.
Okay, I will later. I'll email it to you. We got to do our commercials. We'll be right back, guys, and then we'll bring back. Well, we'll bring Badger back up in a second, but we'll be right back. You're listening to In the Clouds with Da.Hippie and Envy, and we have our good friend Badger Heart Puppetry, Thorge from Badger Heart Puppetry.
The fuck is that noise? You guys hear that shit? Oh. Yes, I do. Listen up, children.
Have you ever pondered cannabis beyond the haze? Would you like to know more about this incredible plant? Dive into DrHigh.com. Unlock medical wonders, master home-based crafts, and debunk myths. Do you support our mission? Shop Dr. High AI Haze on Etsy for cannabis-themed clothing, mugs, and digital downloads using original AI cannabis art. Hell, we might even have some psychedelic mushroom items there too. We also have 25 books on cannabis and specific medical conditions available at Dr. High on Amazon.com. DrHigh.com, cannabis information, education, and advocacy.
Announcing CBGTV's Bud Break book. Get your copy now. Detailed strain reviews. Every purchase supports the ongoing efforts of CBGTV. Available from Amazon and at cbgtv.com or scan the QR code.
Say bye-bye to bottled water. Holistic Health Water has certified medical-grade water ionizers that make 7 types of water, including healthy alkaline. There's a 5-micron filter that lasts up to a year, and each machine lasts 25 to 30 years. Simply attach to your faucet or install under your sink. Even get a mineral spa unit for your shower. Go to ownyourwater.org to get a free ebook. Plus, pay for any machine in full and get an extra filter free. Change your water and change your life. Ownyourwater.org.
Discover the natural path to wellness at Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Herbs?
With a passion for holistic health, we are your trusted source for premium herbs and concentrates.
Wait a minute, do they have weed?
Our dedicated team is here to guide you on your wellness journey. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 10, ensuring you have access to what you need when you need it most. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates is located
at pot
2941 Highway 11, Burnt Church, New Brunswick, Canada. If you need assistance anytime,
I need assistance. I need weed.
Just call 506-871-4299. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Where all the potheads go.
That's it for the commercials. Welcome back. You're hanging with Da.Hippie in the Clouds with Envy. We're going to bring Badger back now. Here he comes.
Where'd he go? Oh!
This guy. Hippie, what's up?
What's up, McMurray? How you been, man?
Pretty good, brother. Pretty good. It's been a long time since I've seen you, man.
Yeah, you've been hiding, bro. We got to go out and get high together.
Dude, we got to chase that tail. Yeah,
that too. You got to get some tail.
Yeah. You know,
maybe the bar. Go to the bar.
Yeah, we can go to a biker bar, pick up some of those biker chicks. Yeah.
I agree. It's been a while. Last time I saw you, I think you were singing a song or something. You had a song, some sort of a shanty song. I think we hung out. And I did that on TikTok. I did that on TikTok for a bit. I remember you were a star for a little while there, doing songs and singing. And McMurray, let me ask you a question. As this type of a puppet where you have to use your real hand, like that. That I have a puppet very similar to that. I don't know if you've met Neon Leon or not. Neon Leon is very similar to that, and I find it very difficult to perform with him. I see you're sitting off to the side. Does McMurray have legs?
No legs, just an upper body, one arm.
Like Lieutenant
Dan, yeah.
Yeah. I'm worse off than Lieutenant Dan because in the divorce, the wife took everything that gives me pleasure, and even my left arm. So yeah,
left arm for fuck's sake.
I think Hippie can hook you up with some pleasure. He can help you out with a penis.
Yeah, well,
and they can maybe make you a green
took that
penis.
too. So she took that too. I got a little tube down there.
I know somebody who can sew very well and make you some nice balls and a penis.
Well, you know.
So yeah, I see how difficult that has to be, and I find that to be hard. Is it hard for you to do that? I mean, he's one of your favorites. He's one of your most sought after comedian. I mean, you're. I feel like he's like one of your most popular.
Yeah, he is one of my more popular characters.
More attitude, but sometimes, but
yeah, the girls are always after me. It was kind of weird during the Renaissance Festival. I had to put on this get up, and I had to go out there and be with those nerds and be telling nerd jokes. It was one of those things. And
I don't even see you hanging out there. I don't even know how you get into that shit, man. You're too old.
Man, it was nice because they had a lot of those girls wearing those really nice bustiers and things, and a lot of really hot little goth chicks running around, and I was just like, ooh la la, yeah, I was like, ooh.
I can get that because I'm into those hippie chicks, the ones with no bra on, and they're running around.
Yeah. We were looking at your pictures that you had posted. We didn't see a lot of that, but we saw a lot of good times being had by everyone.
That was the best time ever. One of my best times ever. Yeah, in my life. But so like, I'm really interested, and I want to talk to you about Neon Leon because as Badgerheart, not McMurray, because I don't know if McMurray sews as well as Thorge does. But Thorge, can you sew? Can you make me see how you have that arm thing there? If I were to send you Neon Leon, could you give him a new outfit? What would that run me with an arm? And I have the gloves. So it would just be a shirt
I'd
basically, and
I'd take a look at it and let you know.
But my guy has two arms, and he has two sleeves.
Yeah,
and the second sleeve also has a second sleeve on it where you would put your arm through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Most live hand puppets are a two-person puppet.
So he should be a two-person puppet.
Yes. So
I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to do both arms and then run with my cock? Because I'm like, that's the only thing that's going to be able to control the mouth.
So basically, it comes down to when you have a live hand puppet, you have the main puppeteer would be the head and the left arm. And then you'd have someone who would be what would be considered the right arm person. So like with Ernie from Ernie and Bert, that was Jim Henson.
I know them. Yeah.
So Jim Henson and Frank Oz would do.
Bert is no good, by the way.
Would do Ernie, and he would, Jim would do the main puppeteering and with the left arm, and then Frank Oz would do the right arm. The same thing with like the Swedish Chef. Now with the Swedish Chef, it was a little bit different because Frank
jumping around.
Well, Frank Oz did both arms, and because there was so much going on, and they didn't cover the hands, so the hands were real hands. Those were really Frank Oz's hands. And then
Murray's hand right there, right? Like that.
Well, no, it would be like a non-gloved hand. So the Swedish Chef is one of the.
I see what you're saying, like a real hand.
Yeah.
It was the real, real human hands. Did they have tiny hands? Because if I remember correctly, I don't remember noticing such a large hand. If we go back into history, we're going to see real hands there.
You're going to see real hands on the Swedish Chef. You'll see real hands. You won't see real hands on Beaker. You will see flesh-colored gloves on Beaker. And Beaker only has 3 fingers.
Are you allowed to get these secrets out? I mean, I feel
it's common knowledge now. Okay. It's common knowledge now, and if you go back and just watch it,
Sesame Street after my ass.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely fine. It's very common knowledge, and it's actually talked about a lot in different puppeteering seminars and things like that when you start talking about different things and different ways of puppeteering and different types of puppeteering. So, and of course, American puppeteering really took off with Jim Henson and all the Henson puppets and everything that he did. So a lot of what we know was when they were doing it, it was brand new ground. It was they were just trying new things and doing stuff that no one even thought about doing before with puppets. And so it was all wide open and no one knew because and there was no.
I'm groundbreaking. I went out and got myself a dick.
Yeah. So we can derail a train, Brad. You can derail a train with the simplest of things, bro. With the smallest of things too.
Hey! I have a new one coming in the mail, and it's much larger.
Yeah, I bet it goes.
I'm gonna have to put it up here by my neck. It's gonna come out my top of my shirt from what I.
Yeah.
So
big.
You'll see.
You can sew it to the front of your nose so we can see what a little dick, what a little pecker you are.
I'm doing your mom. I'm doing your mom. I'm doing your mom. That's right. I'm doing your mom. Oh, here he goes again with the rest in peace, Matthew Perry. This guy is so high over there in the chat.
Oh my God.
Right. Anyway, Matthew Perry. Yes, rest in peace, Matthew Perry. God bless. I want to ask you some more questions because now we've gotten Neon Leon, so I can send it to you. You can make a new. I don't care what the shirt. I mean, I would love him to be in some sort of a hippie type stuff because I would love to start using him a little more often. He's a very comfortable puppet to use, but unfortunately, his sleeves are a little tight for me. Maybe it was for a younger child and not a large man like. Big guy over here or something, but there's some rips down the sleeves and the shirt. I don't know. It's like a very childish shirt, so I don't like it very much. But I love him overall. The red hair, the neon glowing when I have the black lights on in here. He glows like a freak. It's really cool. And I would like to, kind of like you. Yeah, McMurray. Yeah. If you had a black light on, you'd probably glow very well as well.
Yeah. We have a black light over there. We just don't have it plugged in.
Yeah. My next question, though, I had another question for you. But fuck,
sure.
It's gone. Damn it, it went away.
CRS. He's stoned. Yeah, because he's stoned. Yeah, he's stoned. I mean, look at him. You can tell.
Wonder what happened there. Yeah.
CRS. That's what I've been told. It's called CRS. Can't remember shit.
Yeah.
CRS syndrome. I can't remember shit. No, it had to do with McMurray and doing your puppeting and going out. Now, but I guess you're not afraid to sit there and perform like that with McMurray sitting on your lap and hiding behind him. I still think that I would have a hard time. Like I brought Hippie J to OVDJ, but I didn't do very much performing. I kind of let him hang out, and people kind of held him and played inappropriately with his pee-pee and things like that. And so then, and I kind of just put him away. Because,
as they do. Yeah.
Right. It was Lori. It was basically Crazy Lori. Crazy Lori.
Yep.
You remember her.
The T-Taz on the Discord.
Yeah. She wouldn't leave my shit alone that weekend. She was
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Well, it's puppets. We can get paid if we want to.
Well, yeah. Nigel had a drunk chick a few years ago at one of the Renaissance fairs. Was making out with him and took him straight off Thorge's arm and walked like 5 feet away and was making out with the puppet. And Thorge and like 3 patrons stood there and watched this drunk chick make out with this puppet.
I'm going to tell you, I got my penis and I received my first blowy all in the same day, thanks to Lori.
Yeah,
man. Yep. We have it on film. I think there's actually film of her.
Oh my goodness, that's
yeah.
And you're asking about you're talking about puppet porn like it was something you didn't know about.
I'm a star. I'm a star now, and I didn't even want to be a star. I wasn't even into that shit. And I was
it's sort of just kind of like you. No, that was not. Stop it. Behave.
I remember. I've seen that videos. McMurray, don't let him lie to you.
No. Back when he was Tank Western, they used to introduce him as They would. This is how they would be. Tank Western, former child porn star, and then they sometimes they would like not put the comma in there, and they say it too fast.
Yeah, no, former child porn star.
Yeah,
great. No
movies you may have seen them in. Timmy's Mom's Got Milk and the Milk and Cookie Dipper. Yeah, I'm like, dude. Yeah, that was bad news for him.
Oh my God, George. I also have. I still have this other question. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I want to ask you, but I can't remember what it fucking was. For fuck's sake. I don't know. Envy, do you have any questions, man? You've been sitting over there in awe.
Yeah, man. No, I've just been watching you guys. I am in awe, man. This is fascinating for me, man.
Yeah, so I got started back when I was 8-year-old watching the Dark Crystal.
Oh yeah, that's where we were going.
So,
I want to know what is your favorite Muppet or puppet that when you were a young child, what was the one that said, I want to get into this? I think that this is, were you older? Were you a young child? You said 8 or 9,
I was 8 years old and I saw the Dark Crystal, and that's what really got me like super jazzed about. I had watched the Muppet Show. I had seen Sesame Street. I had seen all that stuff. I had seen Fraggle Rock came along.
After? Is that after?
For me, it was after because we didn't have cable until I was like 11 years old. So no, it wasn't because we were cheap ass. We lived in the sticks.
No,
my town didn't have cable.
We didn't have color at one point. You don't have to tell me, bro.
Yeah. So my town didn't have cable until I was like 10 or 11. I remember the first time I saw MTV. I was at my cousin's house near St. Louis, and he was sitting there and he was like watching this, like, what was it? It was the Astronaut. And I was like, what are you doing? It was like, what is this? And he's like, oh, this thing is coming. It's called MTV.
That science thing.
It's brand new.
It's brand new. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And he's like, no, sit down. It's going to come on. It's going to come on. So I just happened to be at their house for a barbecue that my parents took me to. And I'm sitting there with my older cousin, and he's like, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. I'm like, I don't know what the hell it is. And freaking the Boggles Video Killed the Radio Star came on. And I'm like, okay. And then the second video came on. And then the next video came on. And I'm like, what is this? He's like, it's all music videos all the time. That's all it is. I'm like, what? And I was like, I only do that on Saturday night. That's the thing from, I was like, holy crap. So we didn't get, cable until a few years after that. And then we had Much Music. We had the Canadian version of
Much Music
of MTV, because the cable system we got was owned by a Canadian freaking company. So we didn't get all the we didn't get the American HBO. We got the Canadian HBO.
All right,
it was crazy.
Hold on a second. We're going to ask you to jump out and jump back in again because you're glitching out like crazy again. I'm going to run some commercials and we'll be right back. You're hanging with Da.Hippie and Envy in the clouds with our friend Badger Heart Puppetry. Where's commercials? Badger Heart Puppetry. Badger Heart Puppetry. Badger Heart Puppetry. If you need some kick-ass puppets, contact Thorge at 1-636-234-1535. He has all your puppet needs. He can fix puppets, build puppets, custom-made puppets. He has puppets off the rack for cheap prices. Contact Thorge today at 1-636-234-1535 or on TikTok or Facebook at Badger Heart Puppetry. He also makes LARPing items too.
WTHC Radio presents session with DJ Bodylocks from midnight till 4 a.m. Hacking lungs with Da Hacker from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Wake and bake with Becca Beats from 8 a.m. until noon. The Cannabis Chronicles with Da.Hippie and Dr. High from noon until 2 p.m. Afternoon Buzz with Da.Hippie from 2 p.m. until 8 p.m. In the Clouds with Da.Hippie and NV from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. The Overcast with NV from 10 p.m. until midnight. WTHC Digital Broadcasting, made by stoners for stoners.
Are you in the Ellensville or Middletown, New York area? Revamp your space with Collins Paints Ltd. Ugly walls? Let Collins Paints Ltd. add a splash of color to your world. Collins Painting is a veteran-owned and operated business. They can transform your space to whatever your heart desires. Say goodbye to the boring beige and hello to possibilities of bright and vibrant colors. The Collins Painting team are a group of skilled professional painters who will turn your vision into reality. Call Collins Paint Ltd. today to get a fast and easy quote. Available Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call them at 845-869-8176.
Hey, Mrs. Hippie, why don't we take a ride to Dauphin, PA today?
Dauphin? What's in Dauphin?
Bella's Badass Crystals.
Oh, but I thought you hang out with them on Facebook and on TikTok.
That's only on Mondays, Tuesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Today I want to go there and pick up all my great finds.
That sounds like a great road trip. That's Bella's Badass Crystals on TikTok and Facebook, but you can also find them on the top of the mountain in Dauphin, PA.
They are badass.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you looking to have some crocheted made by hand stuff like your Grammy used to do for you? Then you need to check out You Have Me Hooked 23 on Etsy and TikTok. Vern can do what you need. She crochets hats, she crochets animals, everything, anything you may need. She also makes vinyl stickers, banners for your business. Anything that you might want that she can do, she can definitely do it for you. Want an I Hate My Ex sticker? She's got you covered. Anything, and I mean anything that you may need. She has cheap and reasonable prices. Check her out. You Have Me Hooked 23 on Etsy and TikTok.
WTHC, we are back.
All right.
Woo. And we are here with our good friend Badger Heart Puppetry. Badger Heart, are you alive?
I'm alive, guys. Live and kicking.
All right. I got one more.
Hearts and horns, baby.
One more question for you, because if I'm going to send you one puppet, I might want to send you two. I got it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go. Shoot.
When I was away at OVDJ Campout, I became a weed suit hero. What would it cost me for you to make me a little suit out of the weed fabric? White shirt, tie, suit, soap, and pants. And don't forget, I got a big cock now, so you got to make extra room.
What pants leg do you want to hang in?
Proud of that little thing, man.
I don't know, dude. That length.
I mean,
so the
we
third
can,
leg almost hangs there the same length.
we just cut the inseam down to your knees. That way, just all of it be fine.
Right.
You don't have to.
So you can make them like MC Hammer pants from back in the day, right? Where
No,
you
it's
can't
true.
touch it.
It's true, Garrett. It's true.
Yeah. No, that's why that's one of the things that the tailors will ask a man back when they would wear boxers. What pants leg does your junk usually hang in? They would add extra, like 3 to 4 inches to the width of that pants leg.
Well, if we were talking about the big guy, you could sew him like a woman. For me, on the other hand, this is some junk here. I'm proud of this one.
What do you
Well,
mean
I'd have to
extra
get
3 to 4 inches, man? Because
But seriously,
to make up for girth.
I need a suit. Can you make?
Well, 3 to 4 inches on the width of the pants leg would add enough room for your package. Because when you're wearing the old business suits
down
that were tailor made, yeah, they would make enough room so it wouldn't be obvious and it wouldn't be distracting to other people in the office that would be talking to you or be vulgar.
I actually have to have a cock ring on to hold it down, because if I walk around, the shit's sticking up straight like this all the time.
You got a Prince Albert, do you?
Yeah, I got it. Well, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of piercings once we get the new one, I think. But that's another story for another day.
That's I had a Jacob's ladder with 7 piercings down the shaft. I've had 2 PAs and 2 didos. Didos go around the rim.
Wait a minute. Is this in like real life, your actual penis?
Yes, mine. Yes. I don't have them anymore. I had to get a
now you fucking pee like this.
CAT scan. No, it only came out one hole. It only came out one hole.
So I have a question about that. You had all these penis piercings.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Yeah, man. Like so like when they take them out, right? I mean, do you still have I guess you have little dimples now still, yeah?
So I have scar tissue from the
let's have a look and see.
From the Prince Alberts.
Can you pull it out?
I have scar tissue. The PA, the Prince Albert, I still have a hole there, which I can still put jewelry into because the size I got pierced with was large enough that the hole itself was unlike your ear where they just push skin apart. I actually had a chunk of skin taken out. For the dido, I had it done with
like
smaller,
a massive cock, dude.
Can you put a plug in it?
Yeah, I can. I can put a plug. Not anymore. At one time, I had it stretched out to it was a size 4 ring with a capture ball.
Sorry, little guy.
Yeah.
We're not doing
so I mean, you have to have enough real estate to be able to put.
We're not doing any of this, buddy.
Man.
Don't worry about it. I changed my mind.
I mean, you got to have a pretty big cock to be able to fit all that in there, man.
I looked like it fell into a tackle box. I fell into it looked like I fell into a tackle box naked while I was skinny dipping.
So what prompted that? I mean, you did the first one and you were like, that didn't scare you off. You went and did another one.
Yeah,
I did my first one was a
PA. Let me interrupt for a second here because I'm the boss. All right. I want to know because I had my nipples pierced, the big guy over here, and he only had them pierced for a short period of time, and unfortunately, he ruptured his Achilles tendon, and he had to have an MRI, so he ended up having to take them out, and then they they morphed closed, like they were like you watched it close, and I was like, fuck. And then I tried to put the piercings back in, and it didn't work.
So bad.
It didn't work at all. No, it didn't work. Now I have damaged goods. Hold on.
I've got my gauges, man, and I've had my septum pierced.
Goods.
But...
Like if I squeeze my nipple the right way, I could shoot shit across the room.
Wow, that's pus.
Yes, pus. That's what I call shit.
Yeah, pussy nipples.
Now I want
to
know,
do you have a pussy
when
penis?
you squeeze your dick the right way, do you shoot pus out of it?
Only if you stroke it a few times.
No, because well, if I stroke it, that's something else that shoots out of it. Yogurt slinger. My 3 pound yogurt slinger is my one of my ex-girlfriends used to call it.
3 pounds.
No,
wow. I'm like 0.3
that's what she called it.
You had 3 pounds of metal. Is that what you said?
That's what she called it. That's not what I called it. I actually never gave my penis a name until a friend of mine. She named it, and she named it Pepe. And I was like, okay. And I was like, why are you naming it Pepe? And she's like, because it's curved like a large red pepper. And I'm like, okay.
All right.
First of all, chili pepper. It would be a chili pepper.
So with all those
Yeah.
the holes
Bell-
in your
bell
cock,
peppers are
you
not
could kind
very
of like reach up
long.
in there and use it as a puppet, right?
If they were still there, probably I could use it as a marionette. But no, I was going through a lot of self-destructive tendencies
Come here,
after I
Mrs.
got out of the military.
Badgerheart. Here I come.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
That's great. You see which part
So,
of the
yeah, I was
conversation
going through
really
a lot of
pepped me
shit.
up, man.
I was going through a
Where
lot
the
of
hell
shit
did
trying
this
to figure out
conversation
where
go?
I was. So it was just a bunch of self-destructive, getting tattoos, getting piercings. I got my tongue pierced. I had my lips pierced. I had some done. I had the sides of my nose done. I've got ears pierced. I was going to get the webbing under my tongue cut so I could stick my tongue out further, but I didn't. I was going to get that pierced, and I couldn't because the vein that runs under the tongue was too close to the webbing. So they would have been pierced or run a chance of piercing that vein, and I could bleed out and die. I had a piercing in my tongue that got ripped out by a girl's hood piercing during cunnilingus, which sucked. Was very painful. Was probably the most painful thing I've ever happened with a piercing, including the piercings I had on my genital.
Man, I'll tell you, you fucking puppet guys are into some shit I've never.
Yeah, we're freaks. We are freaks.
You guys are freaky.
Yeah. I mean,
nipples.
All I do is I get tattoos. I just got a new tattoo this last week, so
nice.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a new tattoo. This is my new tattoo.
Unfortunately,
I got.
Oh
yeah, man.
Oh, sweet.
That's cool.
I think I saw a
that.
picture of that on your feed or something. One of your feeds.
Yeah.
All right.
I drew that. I drew that back in '93 in my art class.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Very nice.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I drew that. I've been carrying that around since '93. So.
Yeah, man. So we're getting about to that time, man, where it's
unfortunately we're running out of time. I want you to be able to shout your shit out one more time. If you could shout your shit out. We're glitching out bad again, so shout it out as loud and as you can.
Badgerheart Puppetry on TikTok, Facebook, Thorge Badgerheart at gmail.com and badgerheartpuppetry.com.
1535 and text them if you want.
Badgerheart Puppetry.
He
does
items too. Badgerheart, I absolutely fucking love you. You are the man.
Brother,
I am so glad that you've joined our Discord. I'm so glad that you've joined our Discord. I am so thankful because you made me keep going, because if I didn't get a sponsor, I would have never have kept going. And you were the first one to take me and say, Hippie, I believe in you. And I can't thank you.
Big fucking love, brother.
And we're
much respect
here,
and much love.
And we're still fucking rocking it. And I want to thank you because of you. We're still here and rocking it. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Everybody that's been here tonight, please hit him up if you're interested in a puppet. This guy makes great puppets, quality puppets, and he'll make you what you want. I mean, we didn't even get into that. Like, he can make basically
I do custom builds. All kinds of custom work. And you can see some of the custom work stuff in the commercials, man. The frog, a bunch of stuff that you see in that commercial is stuff that I made specifically for customers. The purple one that looks like a purple punk rocker chick, made that for a girl in the UK, Bridgewater, UK. She's amazing young lady. Little punk rocker skinhead from over there. So
very cool. Like I said, I am so glad that you joined the Discord. We're going to be able to hang out more often and see each other a little more often. I do miss you very much over there on the Tickety Talk. but I can't go there no more. I want to thank you again for being here. Envy, I want you to have a great show tonight. Kick some
yes,
ass.
Sir. Thank
Thorge, you probably would like Envy's music very much. You're a fan of that type of music, I'm pretty sure. So stick around and hang out. Everybody have a great night. Thank you so very much. I'm handing it off to Envy. Peace.
Hey.
All right. Now we're gonna end
later,
here.
guys.
Facebook and YouTube. Everybody have a great night. Much love, Thorge.